Hang on.
I can see it was a...
I could see it was A. And the animal you said was a...
mouse.
And I can tell you this, you didn't change your mind, did you?
No.
You stuck with it. Open it up. What does it say?
A mouse.
Show them. Show them. A mouse. Ladies and gentlemen, a mouse it was. Danny, thank you so much. I will see you at the end of the show. Look, grab the case. I'll see you right at the end. Danny, everybody. Excellently done. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for coming out tonight. This is the last night I'm ever going to do this show. Thank you for coming to it. Thank you for packing the place out. Although you probably heard it won the Olivier Award for Best Entertainment this year. That's probably why you came. It doesn't mean anything. It just means if you don't like the show, you're wrong. So something I'd like you all to do for me. You can all think of, male, the surname of the first person you had a crush on when you were young. Think of the surname of the first person you fancied when you were little. Think of the surname of the first person you fancied when you were little. Everybody doing it. Surname of the first person you fancied when you were little. I'm going to choose 5 of you at random to come up here as quickly as you can. We're going to do that by throwing the monkey, and the first person I want to come from the dress circle. So if we bring up the house lights, whoever's got the monkey should be somewhere around Danny. Right, sir, stand up. We want to get it up into the dress circle. Go on, go on. Excellent, well done. All right. Nicely done, okay. Sir, okay, stand up for us. Stand up. Okay, now you're the first person. You are number 1 of 5, all right? Going to choose 4 more of you from downstairs, which will give you time to get down here while we're choosing the others. So in a moment, you're going to throw the monkey down here. When you catch the monkey, this is what you do. You need to get up here as quickly as you can, but you also need to throw the monkey again to choose the next person, all right? So if you catch it, you need to head up here, but throw the monkey again. Do you want to throw it down here for the next person, sir? Excellent, here it comes. Somebody catch that. Stand up, throw it again. You head down here as quick as you can, sir. Stand up for me, throw it, head up here yourself. Thank you. Thank you, as quick as you can. And stand up for me. Stand up. Throw it again. Excellent, nicely done. Stand up for me, come up here and throw the monkey again for me. Give it a good throw. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, you're the 5th person. Head up. Up you come. Quick as you can. Give them a big hand. Thank you very much. Sorry. What's your name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte, I need to put you over here, Charlotte. You can stand right. No. Just there for me would be great. Thank you, Charlotte. And you are?
Philippa.
Philippa, stand right in the middle for me. That'll be lovely. Hello. Hello, what's your name?
Tony.
Tony, we'll put you over here. Tony, if you can stand just sort of about there for me, Tony, that'll be great. Hello, you are?
John.
John, good to meet you, John. If I can put you just there for me, John, thank you. And you are? Hello.
Gary.
Gary, good to meet you. Thanks for coming down. If you can just stand there for me. Good. Okay, if you can try and sort of line your toes up a little bit, just so my whole obsessive-compulsive neatness thing can relax. Otherwise, I have got to make you walk up again 3 times in a row while I make weird humming noises in my throat. Let me explain what I want you to do. You're each going to take a ball out of the bag. I have 5 balls in here. That is 1 each, all right? You'll take 1 out, but don't look at it. And don't let me see it, all right? Just take it out, put your hand straight behind your back, okay? So off you go. What was your name again?
Tony.
Tony. Thank you, Tony. And Gary, was it? Gary. Thank you, Gary. And your name was?
Philippa.
Philippa. Thank you, Philippa. Have a good rummage around. Thank you. Do you want to take the... Was it Dan?
John.
John, sorry, John, if you take it for me, and then you can pass it to... No, take it for me, John. What was your name at the end? Charlotte. Charlotte, will you make sure you're taking the last ball? Otherwise, somebody hasn't taken one. And just throw the bag off into the side. You can chuck it off there. All right, thank you. 4 of you will have a white ball. 1 of you will have a black ball, because that's what was in the bag, all right? In a moment, I'm going to ask you to have a look and see what you've got. If you are the one person with a black ball, you might be tempted to give yourself away a bit by smirking or laughing or fainting or something. Don't, all right? Keep an absolute poker face. So for now, I'm just going to look over here. Just bring out your hands like this, but keep the ball contained, concealed in your hands. All right? And while I look over here, please just prise apart your thumbs just enough to take a quick private peek at your ball. Very weird when I say that. Teetering on smut. When you've done that, please put your hands back behind your back. Thank you very much indeed. In fact, if you've got a back pocket, can you put the ball in your back pocket? If you don't have a back pocket, improvise. Okay, that's for you, Tony, thank you. You're all off the hook now, but you will have in your minds the surname of the first person you had a crush on, yes? I'm going to get you to write down that name for me. Now, like the word mouse, you need to write nice and large and clear, so if we do need to show it around, people can read it. So large, clear, block capital letters, all right? Just the surname. When you've written it, you tear the paper off, please. And just tear straight off, just fold it up, put it in your pocket, get everything out the way. That's really important, all right? While you're doing that, I shall explain the rules of the game to you, but I need to do this while I'm not looking at you, all right? So please make sure you're listening. 1 at a time, you're going to come up to the microphone, you're going to tell me your name and what you do for a living, and please be honest about that, all right? Then and only then I will ask you a test question. Now, when I ask you the test question, if you're one of the people with a white ball, you must lie in response to the test question. All right? So a white ball is a white lie. Please remember that, guys. If you're the one person with the black ball, though, you always tell the truth. And my task is to work out which one of you is the truth teller, which one of you has the black ball. And all the people I think are lying, I will send back to their seats. Is that all the writing done? Yes? Yeah. All done? Great. OK, so then let's start with you, Tony. Why don't you come forward for us? Thank you, Tony. So remember, starting off being absolutely honest, your name, please, and what you do for a living.
My name's Tony, and I'm a house husband, housewife, whatever.
A house husband or indeed housewife. OK. OK, thank you, Tony. Now, you understand the game. I'm about to ask you your test question now. If you've got a white ball, you're going to lie. Black ball, you're going to tell the truth. Bear in mind the chances are pretty high that Tony is going to lie at this point. It's only a 1 in 5 chance that Tony would be telling the truth. So we can almost guarantee you're probably going to tell a big fat lie at this point. So face the front, absolute poker face. You also might want to bear in mind, Tony, that because of the sorts of... Keep facing the front for me. Because of the sorts of unconscious behaviours that we unconsciously choose daily, male subjects tend to give themselves a little bit more away than female subjects, right? But don't let that put you off. Don't let any of this put you off. Otherwise, you'll be even less convincing, all right? So keep facing the front for me. If any of you are so convincing that I believe you, £50. If you lie so convincingly that I think you're telling the truth. 50, it's a lot of money to those people up at the back there. Right? £50 if you lie so convincingly that I believe you. All right, so here we go with your test question. Face the front for me, Tony. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. Can we get a little bit more light on Tony, please? Just a little bit more light. Thank you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What's your mother's maiden name?
Haggerty.
Just to reiterate to the rest of you, your task is to lie as convincingly as you can. It wasn't bad. There was just a very strange pause there. Don't believe a word of it. I'm going to take your white ball off you, send you back to your seat, Tony. There you go. 1 down. Thank you, Tony. Nicely done, though. Not bad at all. I'll let you head back. Not bad at all. That was unfair. That was unfair. I didn't give him any time to think of a better answer, and understandably, he flummoxed. You guys have an advantage. I will ask you the same question. I will ask you the same question, your mother's maiden name. Even now, you can be thinking up a nice, convincing answer, all right? As a tip, come out with the name of someone else you know. That's often more convincing than trying to make up a name, all right? But we'll see how it goes. Let's go with Charlotte. Come forward. If you can just stand there for me. Into the microphone. Your name and what you do for a living?
My name's Charlotte, and I work for London Ambulance Service.
I'm sorry? What did you say?
I work for London Ambulance.
London Ambulance Service. Excellent. Thank you so much. All right. So, Charlotte, you understand the game. What is your mother's maiden name?
Haylock.
OK. Very open, relaxed, innocent. I'll keep you back in line for the moment. Very good. Maybe too relaxed and innocent. That's the only thing. Normally when people are put on the spot, they do tend to act a little bit guilty. That's, like if the police knock on your door and you haven't done anything, but you act like you've murdered somebody because they are stood right there. If the police knock on your door because, the girl had said she was older than she was when you were on tour or whatever that is for you. Let's go with Gary. Do you want to come forward for us? So, your name and what you do for a living, please be honest.
My name's Gary, and I work in IT.
Very good. Thank you, Gary. And I'm going to ask you the same question, so here we go. Your mother's maiden name, please.
Johnson.
OK. Spoke about being too innocent here. The opposite's also true. Very difficult not to blush if you know you've been caught out in a lie. That's a very common response because lying has a terrible stigma attached to it in our culture. We use words like, you dirty liar. No, you filthy liar. You dirty, filthy, stinking liar. We use words like that. Very difficult not to blush. If you know you've been caught out, you know what blushing is. It's just blood that kind of rises up through the collar line. You get that sort of warmth across your forehead and across your cheeks too. And there you go. Lovely shade of beetroot. I'm going to take your little white ball off you, send your big red face back to your seat, Gary. Excellent. Nicely done, though. Thank you very much indeed. All right, so... let's go with John. Would you want to come forward for us? Thank you, John. And into the microphone, please. Your mother's maiden name is?